metal-heads.de.
I'm Andy from Deville, and this is unsere Gesichtstunde. It's our first official release through Daredevil Records, and I sent all of our recordings we had that was with okay quality around, special to German labels, and they thought it was good, and they had another Swedish band that they wanted to put out something with also at the time. So they decided that we're gonna do try to do like a split record, like with I think it's 7 or 8 songs maybe per band. So it was a good start, and that was open up that we could start touring in Germany. So that's the label's idea of the split. It was good, and so they did some tours, and we did some tours also on that record. Yeah. They quit a couple of years after. We met them in Gothenburg, they're a Swedish band, but they, I don't know, they maybe toured for 1 or 2 years after, but didn't continue. I know that they are in another band now called Devilicious, and they're touring. Well, it's a hint of the everlasting rest, of course, the death, but it's also like in a wider way, because there's some doomy influences also on that record, like a hint of the final rest, but because there's doomy influences also, and it's a heavy title, so that's why it was actually after we did the split record, we started to record some songs at one period, just a couple of months, and then we sent them around also, because we tried to find a bigger label. Not that Daredevil was bad in any way, but we sent them around, and then that label said we need a full record. We need like you to do an album, LP. So they suggested us, you have to record like 5 or 6 more songs, because we had only for an EP. And so we did that. So it's like the songs are recorded from 2006 to during a 2 years period, really, actually. Because the label didn't release it on vinyl back then, and since the scene is like that, and vinyl is really popular, that was a good choice to when we got the offer to release it again. So that's why, because we have all other records almost, no, not the Halo Black Sky, but the other ones on LP, because it's important, for the collectors and everything. That record is more like a thing that we did that we could continue touring. It's not that it's recorded in 2 weeks and mixed in 2 weeks. So it's more like just because we got out on a bigger scale. On the first record on the split, we just toured Germany and a little bit around. But on this record, we got to tour whole of Europe. So that was just that, so we could continue to tour and make. And continue to trying to make a name of the band, actually. So it's basically made in 1 month, that record, but of course written during a 1 year period, maybe. Well, first we Buzzfield Records that we were on, they decided to quit their business, because it was really tough for CDs, and the record business changed. And we had actually we had a record ready for after 2 years, maybe 3, but we didn't have any label, and we weren't satisfied with the sound on the record, so it was sent around to to guys who mixed it all over the world, but we weren't satisfied because it's not a retro sounding record. It's like kind of a modern heavy rock record. So we had to decide how we're gonna find the sound that fits the songs, but we didn't. So it ended up back with us again. So Marcus, our drummer, who had recorded all the records, he did the mixing again, and then we found a label also, Small Stone Records. So it's like 2 years of extra work actually. So it was ready after a little more than 2 years. We had a small name before that, but when we ended up on Small Stone, it opened up some more doors, and we had we had a really good tour there, the release tour of that, and we had festivals all that summer, and we did. Also, we came over and toured the U.S. on that record, and we did a lot of shows on that. So we took at least a small step forward, on that also. I think it's a big step forward because we wrote more together. Before, I've always written everything myself and put it out for the band, and then we get the final work done together. But I've done like 90% of everything with ideas. But now Vulkan wrote songs on the record also and sings on some. So I think it's a progress, and we will like decide now for the next how we're gonna do, if it felt good in a way. But it's a progress, and I think you need it as a band to be able to continue touring and still make it interesting. It's always like metaphors, all the songs. It's not really. I like when it's more like the biggest story behind it, and you can find your own meaning to the song maybe, and not that simple like punk rock straight up a story. So it's hard. There are some epic songs that we worked a lot with. I like Life in Decay and What Remains are big songs, but not any personal. I don't have any special personal relation to a different song on the record. We have plans about releasing a video. We don't know when it's gonna happen, but we are planning it. But so that will be kind of a single, but we don't know when. But it's hopefully soon, during the summer or something.
Thank you. You answered all my questions.
Dankeschön. Post.
Metalhead TV.